For many years, we've been told the same simple message. Seeds are healthy. They're natural. They're full of fiber. They're good for the heart. And for a long time, that advice seemed reasonable. But as the body changes after 60, something important also changes in how we respond to certain foods. What once felt harmless can quietly become a source of discomfort, inflammation, or low energy. Today, I want to talk about seeds, not to scare you, not to tell you to avoid them all, but to help you understand which ones deserve caution and which ones may actually support your body as it ages. Because the truth is this: seeds are powerful, and power can work for you or against you, depending on the type and how they're used. In this video, we'll go through 4 seeds that many older adults may want to limit or rethink, and then 4 seeds that, when used correctly, can gently support joints, digestion, circulation, and daily energy. Before we begin, I'd like you to reflect on 2 simple questions. What seeds do you eat most often? And have you ever noticed bloating, stiffness, or heaviness afterward? Sometimes the body whispers long before it speaks clearly. Let's begin with the seeds that may be doing more harm than good for some people over 60. Seed to reconsider. Number 4, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are everywhere. They're sprinkled on salads, mixed into granola, and often marketed as a smart, heart-friendly snack. And in small amounts for some people, they may be fine. The issue comes with frequent daily use. Sunflower seeds are very high in omega-6 fats. Omega-6 fats are not bad on their own. Your body needs them, but balance matters. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive to imbalances between omega-6 and omega-3 fats. When omega-6 intake becomes too high, it can encourage inflammatory signaling, especially in joints and blood vessels. Many older adults already consume omega-6 fats from cooking oils and packaged foods. Adding sunflower seeds every day can quietly tip that balance even further. I've seen this happen with people who otherwise eat very carefully. They walk, they cook at home, they avoid sugar, yet they still feel stiff, swollen, or tired. In several cases, reducing sunflower seeds and replacing them with more balanced options helped ease that heaviness within weeks. If you enjoy sunflower seeds, moderation is key. And if you notice joint stiffness, swelling, or fatigue, it may be worth taking a break and seeing how your body responds. Later, we'll talk about alternatives that provide minerals without pushing the omega balance too far. Seed to reconsider. Number 3, cottonseed oil sources. This one often surprises people because it doesn't look like a seed problem at first. Cottonseed oil comes from cotton plants and is widely used in processed foods because it's inexpensive and shelf-stable. You won't see cottonseed sprinkled on top of meals. Instead, it's hidden inside crackers, baked snacks, packaged granola, and many bottled dressings. The concern with cottonseed oil is not about taste. It's about how heavily processed it is and how the body handles it later in life. As we age, the systems responsible for clearing certain compounds work more slowly. When the diet includes large amounts of industrial oils, some people begin to notice fatigue, muscle discomfort, or a general feeling of being off, even when medical tests appear mostly normal. I've seen older adults improve simply by switching from packaged snacks to simpler foods and using traditional oils like olive oil instead. This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. If you're over 60, reading ingredient labels can make a bigger difference than counting calories ever did. Seed to reconsider. Number 2, sesame seeds, white and processed forms. Sesame seeds are widely used in breads, spreads, and sauces. They're especially common in hummus, tahini, and baked goods. For some people, they cause no noticeable issues. For others, especially as digestion slows with age, sesame can quietly interfere with mineral absorption. Sesame seeds contain compounds that can bind to minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc. In younger bodies, this usually isn't a problem, but after 60, when mineral levels are already more fragile, this can matter. Another factor is sensitivity. Not all reactions look dramatic. In older adults, food sensitivities often show up as stiffness, skin irritation, sinus pressure, or lingering bloating. Symptoms that are rarely linked back to food. I've worked with people who removed sesame for a short period and were surprised by how much lighter and calmer their digestion felt. This doesn't mean sesame is bad. It means it's not always ideal for frequent daily use later in life. Variety matters more than ever. Seed to reconsider. Number 1, chia seeds when used incorrectly. This one needs careful explanation because chia seeds themselves are not the problem. The problem is how they're often used. Chia seeds absorb a large amount of liquid. That's what makes them helpful for digestion when prepared properly. But when eaten dry or only lightly mixed with liquid, they can expand too late inside the digestive tract. For people over 60, especially those with slower digestion, reflux, or a dry throat, this can lead to discomfort, pressure, or constipation. I've seen situations where older adults felt suddenly bloated or unwell after adding dry chia to cereal or smoothies. The solution is simple, but important. Chia should always be fully soaked until it becomes soft and gel-like, and portions should be small. Chia is not something to rush. Used properly, it can be helpful. Used carelessly, it can overwhelm a system that already works harder with age. Now that we've talked about the seeds that may need caution, let's shift focus. Because the next 4 seeds, when chosen carefully and prepared correctly, can support the body in ways that truly matter after 60. Joint comfort, digestive ease, better sleep, steadier energy. That's where we're going next. Now let's talk about the seeds that can actually support your body after 60, gently, naturally, and without stressing your system. These are not miracle foods. They don't work overnight. But when used consistently and correctly, they can help the body feel steadier, lighter, and more resilient. Seed to include. Number 4, black sesame seeds. Earlier, we talked about why processed white sesame may not be ideal for frequent use. Black sesame is different. Black sesame seeds are unrefined and typically used in much smaller amounts. They contain natural antioxidants that help protect blood vessels and support brain circulation. 2 areas that deserve extra care with age. What makes them especially useful is how gently they work. They're traditionally used in ground or soaked form, which makes them easier to digest. Some older adults notice improved focus, steadier energy, or a sense of mental clarity when black sesame is added in small daily amounts. The key is preparation and portion, ground or lightly soaked, 1 to 2 teaspoons, not raw, not excessive. Black sesame works best as a quiet support, not a centerpiece. Seed to include. Number 3, flax seeds. Flax seeds are one of the most reliable options for seniors. They support digestion, they help maintain healthy circulation, and they provide plant-based omega-3 fats that many older adults don't get enough of. What makes flax especially helpful is its effect on regularity and comfort after meals. Many people notice less heaviness, less bloating, and more consistent digestion within a few weeks. There is one important rule with flax. It must be ground. Whole flax seeds often pass through the body without being absorbed. Ground flax allows the body to actually use the nutrients. Start small, half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon daily, mixed into yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. Flax doesn't need to be cooked. Gentle use is enough. For many people over 60, this one habit alone makes mornings easier and energy steadier. Seed to include. Number 2, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are often overlooked, but they're one of the most mineral-rich seeds available. They provide magnesium, which supports muscle relaxation and sleep quality. They also contain zinc, which plays a role in immune balance and tissue repair. As stomach acid naturally declines with age, mineral absorption becomes less efficient. That's why real food sources matter. A small handful of pumpkin seeds, chewed slowly, can help support muscle comfort and nighttime relaxation. Some people notice fewer leg cramps. Others report sleeping more deeply. Choose unsalted or lightly roasted versions. No powders, no pills, just food. Use consistently. Seed to include. Number 1, hemp seeds. The most balanced seed for many people over 60 is hemp. Hemp seeds provide a naturally balanced ratio of essential fats, which helps the body manage inflammatory signals more calmly. They're soft, they're easy to digest, and they don't require soaking or grinding. Hemp seeds also contain complete plant protein, which supports muscle maintenance, something that becomes more important every decade after 50. Many older adults add 2 to 3 tablespoons to smoothies, yogurt, or warm soups. They blend easily and don't overwhelm digestion. What people often notice first is not dramatic change, but steadiness, less morning stiffness, more comfortable movement, clearer energy through the day. That's what sustainable nutrition looks like. Closing. So here's the big picture. It's not about fearing seeds, and it's not about eating every superfood you see online. It's about choosing what works for your body now, not the body you had at 40. Some seeds are better used sparingly. Others can become quiet allies when used correctly. The body after 60 is wise. It responds best to balance, consistency, and simplicity. If you listen carefully, it will tell you what helps. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these seeds do you already use? And which area matters most to you right now? Joints, digestion, or sleep? Share your experience in the comments. Your insight helps others feel less alone. And if this was useful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Because after 60, feeling well isn't about doing more. It's about choosing better.